Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Kobe Central Toy Review. And today's toy we're looking at the 2011 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe celebrating the 30th anniversary action figure review. And today's action figure review we're looking at the Wave 4 of the G.I. Joe Renegades of Law and Order, the Police K9 unit. Now I got this straight from eBay by buying a whole set of Wave 4 figures, and each one of them cost me $10, which is a little bit pricier compared to retail pricing, but still alright. Now let's take a look at the front portion of the packaging itself. On one corner here we have the Renegades animation artwork style of Law and Order, and I really pity Order down there because his face is totally covered by the hub sticker, but the artwork style is actually quite nicely done. Here we have the plastic bubble which stores the figure, Law. On the left arm there he's holding the shotgun. Next to his head is the shield face or face shield. Here we have the handcuff, the submachine gun and the tonfa, and down below next to the figure is Order, the K9 dog. Now behind both of the figures itself, yes, I'm counting the dog as well, there's a base stand, and behind the base stand there is no catalog, which is a good thing. Now at the back portion of the card itself we have a full image of Law and Order there, very nice, stating down here Police K9 unit. Here we have the rest of the lineup, including the current Wave 4 lineup as well. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. We have Seymour quote-unquote sci-fi find from the 30th anniversary line, the Renegades Law and Order, which we are reviewing right now, the Renegades Kurt quote-unquote airtight Schnee, 30th anniversary Edwin quote-unquote lifeline Steen, 30th anniversary Zombie Viper, 30th anniversary Techno Viper, Renegades Storm Shadow, Renegades Cobra Trooper or Cobra Security Trooper, and finally Renegades Cobra Commander. Now at the bottom section is the profile card of Law and Order. Well, mostly on Law. Top section there is a G.I. Joe logo. Next to it, codename Law and Order, Police K9 unit. Name Christopher M. Levine, I think that's how, or Levine, I don't know how that's pronounced. Grade Officer, birthplace Houston, Texas. Here we have a nicer image of Law there. Above him is a G.I. Joe seal approval stamp. Now, here stated primary weapon German Shepherd guard dog, combat gear, tactical helmet, face shield, tonfa, dog leash, shotgun, pistol, handcuffs, electroshock weapon. Now this is interesting, it's not found in the packaging itself. Radio and flashlight. Now what's interesting to note is that I do see most of the items itself except for the electroshock weapon, and I don't think the submachine gun here is an electroshock weapon, and what's holding on his left hand is the shotgun itself, but we wouldn't know until we open up the packaging anyway. Now at the bottom is the write-up for Law, and it stated Law works as a prison guard. I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer. Law works as a prison guard with his K9 partner Order. A rookie at the prison, Law is honest and fair. He refuses to join the corrupt warden and guards who hold illegal cage fights between prisoners. This actually happened in the Renegades animation. Law and Order encounter the Renegades when Duke is arrested after being mistaken for a member of a chop shop ring. Very nice. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the figures. Be right back. And we're back after the figures and the rest of stuff out from packaging. Now let's take a look at Law's base stand here, and we have a nice little base stand that's based on the 25th anniversary style with a nice little G.I. Joe logo on the top with two pegs for the figure to stand on. Nameplate there stated as Law and Order, and at the back portion, bottom section of the base stand stated at 2007 Hasbro made in China. Now, Law and Order's accessories is actually quite nice. There's a lot of accessories there, but some of the items is actually old stuff. For instance, we have a pistol with the silencer itself, which, well, if you remember my past reviews, this is the same old stuff that they gave out for the well, it first appeared in the Pursuit of Cobra Desert Battle Snake Eyes, and then it started appearing a whole lot for the Cobra Troopers in the Pursuit of Cobra line, and then it started to appear again in the 30th anniversary Cobra Trooper. So yes, we kept getting this pistol with the silencer so many times, and the worst part is that not only is not painted at all, it's in green, very dull green color. The mode is still the same, no changes at all, and yes, you can plug the silencer onto the top section of the gun itself. There's a smaller peg, like so. And you can store the pistol onto, well, Law's right-sided tie, and also the silencer on the same holster as well. Nothing new with the mode, except the color is dull green, which is a very odd choice for a pistol color. Next we have his, well, I would say a Colt Anaconda, maybe a Magnum. It's all in silver plastic material color, no paint job at all. And the mode is also nothing new. It's the same old mode that you find in the 25th anniversary line from Crocmaster, except for this version the barrel is a bit more thicker compared to Crocmaster's, well, Magnum revolver weapon there. And you can actually place this Magnum onto the Law's vest. There's also a large holster meant to fit in the Magnum itself. Now something new is this shotgun. Very nice. This is all new mode here, made of a black plastic material color, and there's a lot of details. On the side of the shotgun itself is the shotgun shells placed on the side of the pump itself. You got a handle in the front there, you got another handle at the back with a smaller trigger, you got a stock at the back as well, sights at the top, barrels in the front. On the other side, the mode is a little bit different. There is no, as you can see, there is no additional shells on the other side. Very nicely done, very quite detailed shotgun here. Then we have a somewhat new accessory. This is a submachine gun. Now the design mode here is actually based on the, well, 25th anniversary line, except it's a assault rifle. So instead of, well, recreating a totally new mode, they use the previous mode and cut it in half. Yes, cut it in half and placing a really tiny little barrel here. The mode is about the same thing, not painted at all, made of a black plastic material color, but the only difference is that it's in half of its length, and it has a very tiny, very tiny little barrel, which ironically enough you can actually slot the silencer, the green silencer, onto the black, well, submachine gun there. As you can see, it fits in quite well, but the colors are just a little bit off, black and dull green. It's a nice little touch, but it doesn't fit with the color. But if you do have your Pursuit of Cobra Desert Battle Snake Eyes or the Cobra Troopers with a whole bunch of silencers, then yes, it still fits the same. Then we have the Tonfa, a black Tonfa, which is not painted at all, made of a black plastic material color, and the mode is exactly the same from the, well, the 30th anniversary Cobra Security Troopers Tonfa. Then again, he is a prison guard, so it makes sense. Then we have his handcuff, also made of a black plastic material color, and the mode is also from the same figure. It came from the same figure, the Cobra Security Trooper from the 30th anniversary line itself. You can store the handcuff as per usual from the back portion of the vest itself, which I'm going to show later. Then we have his helmet, made of a, I would say, dark blue plastic material color, as you can see here. Top section of the helmet is painted in white, and here there's the two letters has been painted in black, stated MP for military police. Very nicely done, but the paint job is not very well done, especially on this section here. There's a little bit of smudge there. The whole entire helmet is totally new, very nice, but not a lot of details. There's a little bit of rivets on each side, as you can see, 2 on each side. Figure can wear the helmet quite well. Then we have the face shield, made of two types of plastic material color: black plastic material color for the headband itself, and clear translucent plastic for the shield itself. And it is painted only on the top section of the face shield, which is painted in white. The black portion is actually not painted at all. It's actually made of a black plastic material color, as you can see there. So the two parts has been joined together with a super glue there. Very nice. This is a totally new mold here. Not a lot of details, except for the back. There's a bit of strap there, and you can actually combine these two items together with the helmet and the face shield, like so. Very nice. Then we come along with, his removable kneecap armor, which is the same kneecap armor that you find in the Pursuit of Cobra, Desert Battle, Snake Eyes, or the City Strike Cobra Troopers, or the Steel Brigades. And both of these kneecaps is not painted at all, made of a dull green plastic material color. Again, I'm not too sure why they opted for the dull green. It would be more better if it's dark blue or some other colors besides dull green. Next, we'll take a look at his vest. Now, this vest here is a totally new mold, very nice, with a lot of add-ons parts. Now, first of all, the entire vest is made of a dark blue plastic material color, and the rest of the parts, as you can see here, the pouches are actually part of the vest itself, painted in dull green. The badge itself, as you can see here, the badge has been painted in gold paint job. The walkie-talkie is a separate piece, which is plugged onto the vest and held on very tight. You cannot remove it. It's glued onto the vest itself, made of a light gray plastic material color. And here we have the pouches and the holster for the Magnum, which is a separate piece glued onto the bottom section of the strap itself, as you can see there. On the other side, as you can see, this is part of the vest itself, painted in dull green. Black straps or the belt has been painted in black, with the buckle painted in silver. Very nice. So that's on the other side. Black straps with silver buckles. Back portion here, we have a smaller pouch, which is also painted in dull green. Here at the top section, it's we have the word police, but in the middle portion there's a small little hole, so they actually move a gap away, as you can see. Police. Very nice. The mold is actually quite nicely done. A lot of nice details on the mold there. You have the collar here, a large collar. It doesn't cover the face entirely, which is a good thing. You got the walkie-talkie there. And you get to see some of the keypads as well, and the screen. Very nice details. You got the wire that attach onto the vest itself. Not really totally attached, it's a separate piece, as you can see. And make it seem like it's attached. You got the antenna. You got a nice badge here with very nice detail logo. Here we have a small little bird or eagle logo at the badge there. A lot of pouches, belts, very detailed stuff. The back portion here, you got a small little hookup as well. Very nice. Here there's a peg that plug in onto this section here. Here is a small little hole, just like the Renegades Cobra Security Trooper. This is where you slide in the handcuff. And for the figure to wear this is very easy, with no problems at all. Now let's take a look at Order here. Now Order here, the paint job is actually quite nicely done. The entire figure is made of I would say, a light brown plastic material color, but the body actually is painted, not counting the straps or the leash itself. The body is actually painted, so it's a little bit glossy as well. And at the back portion, it's a little bit smudged up, a little bit dirty dog there, as you can see. The straps has been painted in grey. The pouches has been painted in light grey. Very nice. Here has been imprinted with the word police. Very nicely done. Eyes is painted in black. The nose is dark brown. The tongue has been painted in very dark red or dull red, and the fangs are painted in a little bit of white there. Very nice. Fur has been shaded a little bit of black there or gray to make it look a little bit dirty. Now for the strap here itself, here's the funny thing about the strap itself. As you can see, the strap is very long. This leash itself is very long, and it's actually painted in black. The entire figure is made of a light brown plastic material color, so it's very nicely done. Now let's take a look at the mold of the dog itself, the order figure. Now this entire dog mold is totally new. Yes, totally new mold, unlike the other dog companions or wolf companions that were released in the G.I. Joe line itself, starting with the 25th until the 30th anniversary. This is a totally new mold, very detailed stuff. As you can see, the back portion of the fur of the dog itself, you can see the fur details, the hind legs, nice molding there. Made of a softer type plastic material, as you can see here. I can actually bend the legs a little bit, but quite detailed stuff. I especially like the face it makes. It makes it look like it's a friendly type of a dog. Very nice. Quite detailed stuff for his face. For once, we actually have a dog companion that is not too aggressive looking compared to the other figures that came along with the dog companion, like the Rottweiler or the wolves or someone. This one looks quite happy looking, non-aggressive, which is very nice. You got the leash there as well, and then you got a handle here for the figure to hold on to. The leash is quite long, very nice. And the dog actually has a bit of articulation. The head actually can swivel 360 degrees, go up and down a little bit, as you can see there, or side to side. Very nice. Now let's take a look at Law's paint job. Now, as you can see, majority of the parts on Law's body is not really painted at all. Mostly it's just pure plastic material color. The torso, most of the part of the torso is not painted except for the neck joint, which is painted in the flesh tone paint job. The torso is actually made, same goes with the abdomen area, is made of a lighter dark brown plastic material color. The bottom section of the crotch is actually painted in dull green, and so does the belt itself, which is painted in light gray, and the belt buckle is painted in silver. The head itself is actually made of a flesh tone plastic material color. The hair is painted in dark brown. The eyebrow, the eyes, and the pupils are also painted. Eyebrow and pupils are actually painted in black, and the eyes itself is painted in white. Upper bicep and the lower arms there is actually, the entire arms is made of a flesh tone plastic material color. Well, so does the gloves as well. The entire arms is made of a flesh tone plastic material color. So they actually painted the upper bicep here, the short sleeves here, in really dull green. On the other side, same thing, painted in dull green, except for the lower section here, painted in total black with the word MP there, painted in white. On the lower section of the wrist here is painted in dull green, so does the entire gloves as well. However, on the other side here, the gloves is painted in dull green, but he is wearing a watch is painted in black. The entire thing is painted in black. Now for the entire legs here, except for the lower section of the legs, the entire legs here is not painted at all. It's just pure dull green plastic material color, except for the straps that is painted in a little bit of green straps there, as you can see. The holster is not painted at all. It's pure plastic material color of green, as you can see now. For the boots itself, or shoes, As you can see, it's a bit of, as you can see the colors there, a little bit of a mixture of a little greenish and light brownish plastic material color. And that's about it for the paint job for Law here. Now let's take a look at the figures mold. Surprisingly enough, there are some new parts there, despite what most people would say. But most of the parts for Law here are reused. The torso, the abdomen area, the thighs, knees, lower legs and boots are all reused parts. First things first, the torso and the lower abdomen area, or the waist, that is actually a reused part from the G.I. Joe Resolute 7-pack, either Beachhead or Flynn. They are all the same parts there, as you can see. Now for the legs itself, the thigh section is actually from the Pursuit of Cobra Desert Battle Snake Eyes, which is kind of obvious, as you can see there, they're both the same. So does the kneecap as well. The lower legs and the boots itself is actually from the 30th anniversary G.I. Joe Renegades Duke. They're the same there. However, the arms may bear resemblance to the Renegades Duke's arms, but it's totally new mold for the arms itself, which is quite surprising. The arms, the upper bicep, lower arms, and even the gloves are totally new molds. Despite that, it bears a little resemblance. The watch is a little bit more thicker. The sleeves are a little bit different. So does the glove section as well. So the entire section of the arms there are totally new molds, so does the head itself. Now the head sculpt is actually not bad, but the face does look a little bit older compared to the Renegades animation character, which he may look like 20s or maybe mid-20s. This one looks a little bit older, like he's already in his 30s or mid-30s, because there's a little bit of wrinkles on his face there. Now the details of the face is quite well done, I have to admit. It is very nicely done, especially on the back portion of the hair. There's a lot of lines on the hair details. Each side of the ears is quite well done as well. There's no damage or extra parts popping out. The face details is quite serious, but he does look a little bit oldish, a little bit older than his animation counterpart. There's a bit of wrinkles there. Now the reused parts is alright. The arms is quite surprising that is all new stuff. But the head is alright. It's not animation accurate, but it does look quite well done there. I really like the details on the face. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head, surprisingly enough, can pivot up. He is looking up, or straight, or side to side a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Torso can move forward a little bit, back a little bit, side to side, and turn 360 degrees. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees and lift up. Shoulders this high, elbow joint bends this far, straight, and turn 360 degrees. Now wrist joints here is quite interesting. Both wrist joints can actually swivel 360 degrees with no problems. However, this one goes downwards and up. On the other side, it goes outwards and inwards. Very nice. Hip joints here can move forward, back a little bit to the sides. Double jointed knee that bends this far, which is very nice. And ankle joint that pivots downwards, upwards, and turn 360 degrees. Very nice. Now let's fully equip Law here with all the accessories. Let's start off with the vest. As I mentioned before, equipping the figure with the vest is absolutely easy. Just pop off the head and slide it in. Pop the head back in, plug in the peg, he's on his way of being done there. Let's equip him with the helmet along with the shield, the face shield now. But first I have to adjust the head first. The one problem with the helmet and the face shield, it doesn't actually lock into place, so it tends to pop off quite easily. As you can see, it doesn't sit on very well. The neck itself, the chin kept popping off from the collar, so it makes him look kind of weird when his chin is, well, popping off away from the collar. But, well, whatever. I'm gonna put in the rest of the stuff like the kneecap. Up until now, I really don't understand why they don't actually just glue the kneecap onto the figure's kneecap. Why would they keep on insisting on having a removable, well, kneecap armor? This is where you plug in the handcuff, as you see here. Plug in the magnum or the revolver, like so. And of course, the pistol, the silencer. Now we're left with a few items, so I might as well have him equipped with the submachine gun. The right hand itself is, the fingers are closed in quite tightly, so it's quite difficult to place a firearm weapon onto his right hand. But it still works. Have him wheel onto the leash itself, like so. Very nice. And you're left with the tonfa and the shotgun on one side. But he is mostly equipped with all the accessories, which is very nicely done, as you can see now. Very nice. If I'm gonna give a rating for Law and Order here, he does come with a nice set of accessories, despite that some of the stuff is actually reused parts, like the pistol and the silencer and the magnum itself. But I really like his vest. The vest bears a lot of details, and despite the figure don't have a lot of, well, paint job details, but placing him with the vest on, it does look a whole lot, well, a whole lot of difference there. What I really don't like is the colors opted for his, well, for the pistol and the silencer and the kneecaps itself. Or why are they dull green? Is just beyond me. It doesn't look very nice anyway, especially when you have a silencer that's dull green and you have a submachine gun, and when you want to place the silencer onto the black submachine gun, it does look really weird. I do like the new accessories that came along with it. I really like the new modes for the arms and the head, and the new mode for the dog itself. It's quite nicely done. So if I'm gonna give a rating out of this, I'll give it a nice 8 out of 10. Yes, 8 out of 10 for the Law and Order figure. Despite that, his face sculpt, well, it doesn't look close to the Renegades animation character, but the face sculpt looks very nice. The leg, however, it does have a little bit of, well, one leg longer than the other, just a tiny little bit, but it's still alright. So yes, 8 out of 10 for Law and Order. I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.